Hey all, it's Jess from Sunflower Dairy, and today, well, it's apple season. It's late October, and it's time to make some apple juice. So behind me I have my juice steamer. So this works pretty simply. The top right here is where you chop up your fruit and put it in the top. Then this center compartment here, it will drip down into that, which this here has a little spout where the juice comes out of. And then in the bottom of this is where you put water, and this sits on your stovetop, and then you let the water boil, and then the water boiling will send steam up through this into the top, and then the juice will drip down into this center compartment here, and then your juice is ready. So I am storing the juice in jars. So I cleaned up a bunch of jars and I put them in the oven at, usually I put them in between 180 to 200 degrees. Usually it's about 180 degrees, but I put them in the oven so that they warm and they are about the same temperature as the juice is going to be when it comes out of the juicer. And then I also have my lids boiling right here. So those will be nice and sterilized and clean. So, and then also for this process, I don't water bath my jars. So with the jars being hot in the oven and the lids being hot and the juice being hot, that heat is going to make the jar seal itself. So that's how I do that. I will go ahead and show you all how to do that now. Alright, so we're going to get started here. So everything is all ready to go. Lids have been boiling for a while, and then this juicer, it's been going. I have fruit in here that I have had in here steaming and making juice, and then my jars are in here. So also you want your jars to be in the oven for about 20 minutes before you start using them, because you want them to be warm enough. And then for your lids, you want them to be boiling for at least 10 minutes before you use them. Alright, here we go. So we're going to take one of our jars out of here. I just put my jars on a cookie sheet and tip them upside down and let them sit in the oven while they're warming. I like to have a little stand right here so I can just put my jar down. So this little spout, I just stick it right in the jar here. And then start filling it up. And then I fill this till it's just under the rim. So we're going to go ahead and let this fill up till it's just under the rim. Look at that beautiful color. Alright. So that is all set. We're gonna grab a ring over here. we're gonna grab something to put our lid on when we pull it out of here. Make sure you wipe your lid off. Then we're also going to grab a towel and wipe the rim of this jar off here. And make sure there's nothing on your rim. Alright, put your lid on, put your ring on. You want it finger tight, so grab my jar with a towel and then another towel on top, and then until it's finger tight. Then what I do is I just set this on a towel on the counter, and I just gently tip it upside down so that the heat and the pressure of all of this will make the lid seal itself. Some people do this, some people don't. You do have to be really careful when you're tipping it upside down that you don't accidentally do something to the lid and make it leak, but you just, as long as your lid is finger tight, it should be okay. But I just gently tip it and then set it on the counter. And I'll just show you. This is one of the ones that I did earlier, and see how this center doesn't bounce anymore or make the pop noise? That's because this sealed nicely. See, it's nice and smooth, so that works well. I usually just let them sit overnight, and then in the morning I make sure they seal. If they don't seal for some reason, then go ahead and check it out, check the seal out, make sure there's nothing wrong with it, and then go ahead and throw it in a water bath and then see if it does seal. And if not, you might need to re-jar it and then try again. But I have done tons of jars of apple juice this season, just tons. So if you have a lot of apples, or you have a friend who gives you a bunch of apples and you want to do something that is quick and easy, this is a great way to store your apples. So yeah, so awesome apple juice that you can use it for breakfast or whenever. And then also my steam juicer. This, you can, a lot of times you can get these from a local like hardware store with, you know, where all your jars are. They usually have stuff like this. Or you could go to like a bulk food store, or if you can't find them locally, then a lot of times if you type in like steam juicer, then you can usually find them online. I found mine at our local hardware store in the jar section. So, but there you go. If you have a lot of apples, go ahead and give that a try. Alright, thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.